Welcome to Unpolished Gem, where I'm going to be sharing with you my go-to recipes. They're simple and delicious. Welcome back to Unpolished Gem. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my never fail roast chicken recipe. I'm really excited to share this with you. One, because it's really easy to make. Two, it's never fail, which means you're going to have the crispiest skin on this chicken and you're going to have juicy meat. And the third reason why is because it's so popular. You can serve it all year round and it's a recipe that everyone should have in their kitchen repertoire.
Here are all the ingredients that you're going to need, and you can screenshot this.
So what you're going to need to make the roast chicken is simply a roasting pan of some sort, or a casserole dish with no lid, or a foil tray. You don't need fancy equipment to make a delicious roast chicken.
These are my 2 recipe tips.
1, I dry out my meat in the fridge overnight. So the night before, simply put your chicken on some paper towel and dry it out in the fridge. What that does is it dries out the skin and it allows it to crisp up a lot easier.
My second tip is to baste your chicken at the 30-minute cooking mark, and I'll be showing you how.
So let's get started.
I'm going to put my roast chicken in my roasting tray, and I'm going to start out by putting half a lemon up the carcass, followed by half a brown onion. Then I'm going to get 4 to 5 garlic cloves and put them up the carcass as well. I'm going to place about 3 or 4 around the dish, just for additional flavour. My other half of the onion and other half of the lemon goes in the dish. Thyme. I'm going to put half of my bunch of thyme up the carcass and the other half scattered around the chicken. These are all aromats and they're just for flavour. Now we're going to coat the bird in some fat, and I've chosen olive oil. Just going to brush that all over the chicken. You can use your hands, you could use a pastry brush like me. I'm going to salt it heavily. I would say 2 to 3 tablespoons, and we're going to pepper it. Now I'm going to add my chicken stock powder by putting 1 tablespoon into the dish, followed by 800 ml of water. I'm going to pour that water around the chicken, not on the chicken. Just dilutes that stock. Then we're going to give the pan a little bit of a shake, just whisk out any lumps of stock. This goes in the oven on 220 degrees Celsius, fan forced, and then as soon as it's in, turn it down to 200 degrees. So the chicken has been roasting for 30 minutes, and now we need to baste the bird. We simply coat the bird in the pan juices, paying close attention to the breast. We leave it to roast for another hour and a half, and then it is done. You don't need to do anything else. This chicken is now complete. It is golden, it is crispy, and that meat will be juicy, so you can take that out the oven now. I'm just going to check that this skin is crispy. Oh yes, you can hear it. Okay, big tick. Now what we're going to do is take those aromats out the carcass and put them in the bin. I'm going to squeeze the lemon as I take that out, because that just adds additional flavour when I'm making the gravy. I put that in the bin as well. And then I'm going to use the tongs up the carcass to gently remove the chicken from the pan, allowing for 1 to 2 seconds for any juices to land back in the pan. Then your chicken can be placed on the board and it's ready to be carved. So when we look at the chicken, you've got 2 wings, you've got 2 drumsticks and thighs, and you've got 2 breasts. I'm going to show you exactly how to carve this chicken. So first, we focus on the center of the chicken, and we cut right down the middle, and we run our knife to one side of that center bone, and we gently use the knife to separate the breast off the bone. So you see, I'm just gently slicing through that breast to remove it from the carcass. You want to leave as little amount of chicken on the carcass as possible. So my tongs allow me to hold that breast And then there you go. Simply remove the breast like that. Now we're going to remove the drumstick and the thigh, and we just cut through the bone and pull away the meat. It is so tender, it just removes. And the other side. You see, you just cut straight through the joint, and it almost removes itself. It's so tender. So that is the drumstick and the thigh, and I'll show you how to cut that later. So I've just sliced both of the wings off. They cut really easily, and then I'm going to remove the other side of the breast exactly the same way as the first time. Now we cut straight through the middle of that drumstick and that thigh, and that separates those two pieces of meat. This is the perfect way to carve a chicken when you're serving it, because it allows everyone to pick the piece that they like the most. I like to cut up the breast in 3 pieces so that everyone can get a little piece. If you serve this for any dinner party, everyone's going to want to come back to your house because this recipe is delicious. This meat is so juicy, the skin is crispy. Serve it with a beautiful chicken gravy, roast veggies, a salad, anything you like. It is a winner, and I've really loved sharing it with you. So this is my never fail roast chicken recipe, versatile recipe all year round, and a chicken gravy can never go amiss. Anyone can make this recipe at home. You don't need fancy utensils and expensive ingredients. I'm Unpolished Gem, and I've loved sharing this recipe with you.
Thanks so much for watching. Bye guys.